First day in Skyrim's complete. My contract went well, but it was a bit sloppy. I'm gonna have to try and clean that up next time, I think. Alright. Let's see. Oh, there, Corpulus. Any news lately?
Welcome to the Winking Skeever, friend.
Thank you. Any news or rumors, like I mentioned before?
Here, take a look at this.
Interesting. Why, you know what? Why is this place called the Winking Skeever?
Well, as it turns out, I had a pet skeever when I was a boy, and he used to wink.
Oh, I see. That makes a bit of sense. You kept a skeever as a pet, though? Interesting choice.
They were smaller back then.
Oh, gotcha. Well, that makes more sense. See, I'm here looking for some work. You got any leads?
Here, take a look at this. Some of the Jarl's men came by and left this bounty letter.
Ah, a bounty, huh? Yeah, I think that could work. That's something I'm not too adverse to. No, but any other rumors there, friend?
I think the Bard's College might be looking for recruits. You should speak to the head of the college, Viarmo, if you're interested.
Viarmo. Interesting. Well, that's not really my type of thing. Thanks for the information, though. What else you got?
People say there's a man wandering the streets near the Blue Palace. He seems distressed, but he's not making any sense.
That could prove to be something useful. How about from any of the other parts around the world, outside Solitude?
Have you seen that shrine of Azura? They say the Dark Elves built it after they fled from Morrowind. Sight to see.
A shrine, huh? I know Azura. I don't think I need to go see that. How about anything else? I'm looking for some information after all. Like I said, I need work.
Varnius Junius stopped by here on his way to Corinth. He was worried about something. I'm sure Falk Firebeard could tell you what.
Falk Firebeard. In the palace, huh? I'm not so sure I want to go there just yet. Alright, that should do it for now, I think. Thank you.
Remember the Winking Skeever next time you're footsore.
Will do, friend.
Of the scourge that has sullied our hopes and our dreams. Down
Whoa there.
Seems there's always more to be done.
Sorix, you say your name was? You were at the execution, weren't you?
I showed up to watch, yeah. I don't know if they were right to execute him for what he did, but I'll tell you something.
Oh, excuse me.
It couldn't have happened to a nicer guy.
Seems a little harsh.
Listen, Rogvir and I grew up together. It was us, a few others, and Vivian. Vivian Onus. I have no idea why, but one day I told Rogvir I liked her. It was a stupid thing to do. He mocked me incessantly after that. From that point forward, every time Vivian and I were anywhere close to each other, he made sure to humiliate me. He beat me up, dumped meat on my head, anything he could get away with. Once he even slipped a beehive into my bed. We were children, sure, but Rogvir never outgrew that immaturity or his cruelty. So any talk about him being an honorable Nord? Pure folly.
Interesting bit of information. So you work here then, do you?
You could say that. I own the place. Well, okay. My father owns the Winking Skeever, but it's the family business, so it'll be mine when he kicks off.
I'm sure. I'm sure it will. Who's in charge of this city?
Jarl Elisif the Fair. Poor woman. Losing her husband and king like that. It was a dark day for us all. Damn! That reminds me. I have a delivery to make to her steward, Falk Firebeard. He ordered a special bottle of Strass Mackay rum.
This could be a good reason for me to get in there and talk to some folk around the palace. You know what? I think I can deliver that for you.
Save me a lot of trouble. Here, take it to the Blue Palace.
Thank you. Good day to you, Sorix.
I was done talking anyway.
Yeah, as was I.
This one's a favorite of mine. A legend we all know and love.
Our hero
Hello there.
claims a warrior's
My brother
heart.
died. Things
I
won't be the
tell
same
you,
without
I
him.
tell you, the dragonborn
Your
comes
brother. I wonder who
with
that
a
might
voice wielding power of the ancient
be. So
Northern
far, no one
arts.
seems to have mentioned
Believe,
Jerry Rum.
believe the dragonborn
Hello.
comes.
Take my advice. Never gamble. Damn Ernskar has me in debt up to the eyes.
Is the gambler's life, isn't it? Octave, you say your name is, huh? So you're in debt?
Too many drinking games, too many bets, and I'm too old to ever raise the coin on my own.
Sorry to hear that.
This is an ode
I'm
to
sure, I'm
Skyrim's
sure.
staunch protectors.
Good day.
The
You should speak to my
Imperials.
daughter, Yvette. She's the
We
brains of
drink
it.
to our youth,
Of
to
that.
the days come and gone. For the age of aggression is just about done.
Let's see. Who else do we have
We'll
around here?
drive out the storm cloaks and restore what we own. With our blood and our steel,
mind if I
we
take a
will
seat here with you?
back our home. Down with Ulfric, the killer
Hello.
of kings.
It's been my honor to perform at the Blue Palace on many occasions. His late lordship was quite the admirer.
We're the children of
Oh, is that so? Panthea, you say your name is. Interesting name. I like it. What do you do around here?
I'm a bard from the Bard's College here in Solitude.
Ah, I see.
Wanderers like you should think about applying.
Thanks for the offer, but I think I may pass on that. Anyhow, have a good day.
Now you can say you've met the most talented bard in all of Skyrim.
I suppose I may. Someday I'll have to hear what you can do. As for now, I'd rather prefer to find out some information on some things. Hey there, friends. How goes your day?
I'm getting on the first boat out of this accursed province.
Has you so afraid?
It was a cabin somewhere on the north bank of the White, near Riverwood. A kind old lady was living there. Or so I thought. She let me stay the night, but told me not to go into the cellar. Naturally, I got curious.
What'd you find there?
There was all sorts of oddities in there. I think she was a witch or a necromancer or something. In any case, I got out of that cellar and never stopped running.
Interesting. Alright, why escape? There are other means to survival, you know. Simply leaving doesn't always fix the issues.
I know. I considered going to a face sculptor, but she refused to work with me. You can try her if you want. She lives in some hole in the ground over in Markarth.
Alright, well, I wish you some good luck there, friend.
Safe journeys.
Thank you. Hello there.
Ah, yet another new face. I'm from Hammerfell, you see. I can hardly keep track of all the people I've been meeting.
Ah, Hammerfell, huh? Yeah, that's a distance away from here. What are you doing here? It's a long way from home.
Aye, but I'll be here in Solitude for longer still. Fiata's skill as a Fletcher drew me to this place. I wanted to learn. And there is still much of Skyrim I wish to see. I hear there is a city, Windhelm, that is nearly white with... what do you call it? Oh yeah, snow. And far to the west lies a ruin, Volskag. Inside there's said to be a wall, black as night, and it speaks in the ancient dragon tongue. There are wonders in this place I never dreamed imaginable.
Interesting. Yeah, I seem to be hearing sort of the same sort of things all over the place. Dragons even. Can you believe it? Sounds like nonsense to me, but who's to say? Have a good day.
Good to talk to a fellow traveler.
Aye. Hey,
We're the
good day to
children
you.
of
By
Skyrim.
blade or by spell. If you want it dead, I'll make it dead. All you need to do is pay my fee.
Mercenary of sorts then, huh? No thanks, I don't have any need for your services today, but perhaps in the future, who knows?
If you change your mind, seek me out here.
Alright, I know where to find you.
On the day of your death, we will drink and we'll sing.
She does have a lovely voice. She's quite good. But we should take a walk around the city. Watch some people. Maybe talk a little bit. Seems to be plenty for us to do here for some time. That's always good. Ah, yeah, the notice board. Let's check this out. Offer lessons in the way of the huntsman. Book collecting. A bounty for a giant. Not something I'm super interested in. This is a white run. An investigation. This could be interesting. What do we have here? By order of Elisith the Fair, 12 able-bodied men and women in Halfengard, 2 beloved citizens have disappeared from our hold. A reward will be offered to anyone who investigate to discover what was happened to the citizens. Folk Firebeard. Why not? I could come up with something interesting out of that. This is a beautiful city. Look at that. Hello there.
Are you here to talk about my brother? Do you think his execution was justified?
Oh, your brother must have been Rugvir. I'm not entirely sure. Seems like he held to tradition of the place. In the end, I think he was probably an honorable man.
And like Rogvir, you're a Nord at heart. It's hard for many of the people here to understand. I think Aldous understands. I don't think I could have stayed here if anyone else had... I think I need to stop talking now.
My apologies. Good day to you.
Keep the cold at bay with our spiced wine.
Local market area. Find something here. What do we have here? Letter to Raven Rock. Not even sure what that is. As of right now, none of this seems to be anything I'm all that interested in. Perhaps another time.
The taste of home and heart.
Excuse me.
The Divines saved me from the streets, and they can save you from your trials as well.
I think I'm all right. Hello, what are you selling?
You wouldn't have a few minutes to run down to the docks, would you?
Down to the docks, huh? What do you need from the docks?
Well, I've got a shipment of spices the East Empire Company is holding up. I need someone to convince them to release it.
I'm not really heading that way. Sorry.
Ah, well, I'll keep looking for someone. Thanks anyway.
You're welcome. So what have you got for sale then?
Take a look.
Rendiil Brothers wine. I don't know. It's a little expensive for my taste. Shouldn't need much. I'll take 2 meads, thank you.
Good luck out there. Seems like a tough time to be wandering Skyrim.
Thank you. Fish, monger,
Apples, tomatoes, leeks, and cabbages.
vegetables,
Fresh and ripe.
liquor. Alright.
Are your sales going well?
Excuse me, yes.
You lost?
Oh, Vivian Onis.
It should be quite the affair.
I've heard your name mentioned.
To have something happy.
Nasty bit of business there. Rockvier's execution, wasn't it?
Perhaps, but necessary. My cousin Fura is somewhere out there in Skyrim right now, fighting Ulfric Stormcloak and his damned insurrectionists. She wouldn't have to be there at all if it weren't for Rogvir. And my aunt wouldn't have to worry about her daughter.
Oh, why were they executing him?
You really don't know?
Nah.
He lets Ulfric Stormcloak escape Solitude. Ulfric rides in, murders the High King, and Rogvir lets him ride right back out.
Ah, I see. Well, that's about all I need for this. Thank you.
All right then.
Over here.
Spiced wine. The taste of home and
Hello, Solana.
Logs.
Like an apple. Free of charge.
That's generous, young. But I am happy to pay my way.
Bard must be. Not bad at all. This is a nice city. Very nice. Large, too.
There was once so...
Hello there.
Huh? What? Who are you? Oh, you come to steal my dragon breath mead? Well, too bad. Some fellow already did that.
Dragon breath mead, huh? Who stole it?
Oh, a real clumsy drunk. Bald as a chicken egg and a face with just as much expression. A brown egg, though. Red guard with white whiskers and beggar clothes as dirty as the wrong end of a hooker. Drank it all, he did. You see that thief. You tell him he's a bad sneak, and his breath smells like a troll's crotch. Also, mead.
I'll see you. Yeah, if I see him, I'll let you know.
Good. You can start by looking inside puddles or rivers. That's where I usually find a bandit. Can't have thieves roaming about in a city like Solitude. This town is supposed to be as clean as it is safe. A home for nibbles like me.
A pauper who fancies himself a noble. How absurd.
I don't do anything fancy. Just live a humble life. Don't spend coin on things I don't need. Sure, I could shop at Radiant Raymond. Maybe buy that house. What's it called? Proudspire Manor. But that would exhaust 1/10 of my fortune. I mean, what's it going for? 5 gold pieces? 7 maybe? Then you got to furnish it too. It'd be a bit foolish to squander my fortune on something I don't need.
Interesting. Well, I'll be leaving now. You have a good day.
All right.
Oh, let's see. We got some bandits to take care of. Let's see. North of us, northwest of us. Alright, we'll head north first, heading out of the city. I could use some extra gold. What time are we looking at here? I do have a tent. We should be alright, I think. Should track. Let's see. I've got myself a torch. I should be ready to go. Alright. I should see if I can find a spot where I can chop them some wood before we head out. Could always use some firewood. Maybe a cold night, after all. Oh yes, should start harvesting some plants as well. Figure out the properties of some of these Skyrim flora. Alchemy should prove to be a useful thing. Poisons, potions, all of it. I wonder if the stables will have a spot for me. We have here some sort of a thistle plant. Maybe useful. Excuse me. Well, this is lavender. I know this one. I believe this one is Nightshade. I can't be entirely sure of any of this. Back home I didn't have any use for alchemy, really. I could have carried my gold along. It would have helped so much. Horses, goats, chickens, sorts of stuff here. Ah. Looks like I should be able to chop some wood here. Alright. There we go. A few more. Alright, that should do for now. Good day.